Legionnaires of the Lariat. Welcome back to another episode of I Still Call It a Lariat. And today we are predicting Evolution 2025. With me as always is my tag team partner, the one, the only, Steven Zapf. Steven, how are we doing today, friend?
This is going to be an interesting one. They haven't done an all-female pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, PLE. PLE, let's call it what it is, in a minute. PLE.
Change gears.
I am interested in this one. This one is, there's some exciting matches on this one. And there's a tag team title match on this card. I'm so happy.
And they've packed in enough teams to make up for all of the other ones that have missed.
Facts.
Steven, what are you most excited about
good
for this card?
The match I'm most excited about. Obviously for nostalgia, Tiffany versus Trish, I'm kind of excited for. But I think for pure in-ring, Io versus Rhea, that's the match.
I agree. I'm really excited about that one. Less excited about Tiffany versus Trish, but still great nostalgia. Scarpula, name from the grave. I don't want you to get mad at me for talking about your girl.
International treasure.
I think that the don't sleep on Becky versus Bayley versus Lyra. I was looking at that too. This match has so much talent, and that one I think might be the match of the night for me. Normally, I would say Rhea and Io, but that one just there's so much talent there, and I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts across the board here. So, let's get into it, Steven. We can ramble all day, but I think everyone wants to kind of hear us get into this match, as there is a lot of good stuff to cover here. First off, let's start with the Battle Royale for the title match at Clash in Paris. Steven, you have somewhere in the pre-teens of participants for this match that have been announced so far.
The early teens.
You want to throw them at us?
The early teens. We have Ivy Nile is definitely in this match. Stephanie Vaquera is in this match. Nia Jax, Nikki Bella, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Zelina Vega, and Julia, our new women's U.S. champion. Those are our 14.
What are you excited about? Can you narrow it down to a couple? I've now narrowed it down to 3 because I forgot one. I said it to you before we started that I had this narrowed down to 2, but I forgot that there was a participant that now I have to got to put a little respect on the name. Steven, where's your head at?
So I would say Nia is one of the odds-on favorites just because of it being Nia Jax, and
it's a battle royal. That was the name I forgot.
It's a battle royal, and what's the other name for a battle royal? Oh yeah, nepotism. That's the other name for it.
The other word for it.
Yes, that's the other name.
No, I have to disagree on that front. Nia this is her match. And in the history of wrestling, there's people who have their match. There's the opposite of it, where you have this is my match, but then you always lose, which I always think is funny as well. But I don't know, outside of an Andre the Giant type character, if there's been someone who's been more dominant in these types of matches. I wouldn't be surprised if the entire field turned on her. And
I think that's what's going to happen.
Her. But at the same time, she's done the dog pile and beast out in multiple occasions in the past and still won. So that's just the little thing here and there to keep in mind, because I do think if Nia Jax is in a battle royal, she has a chance of winning.
Well, I mean, so not that I'm disagreeing with you. One couple of power wrestlers on the female sides of things, obviously, because it's an all-female pay-per-view, PLE. Lash Legend.
Does R-Truth show up?
Yes. R-Truth, but not Ron the Truth Killings.
Not Ron the Truth Killings, just R-Truth.
But Izzy Dame, Lash Legend, and Jada Parker are all those are strong women. Like Izzy Dame is I think she's probably about 6 foot tall. I think she's built like Charlotte was when Charlotte first got to the WWE. Like she's tall and lean and like muscular. Lash Legend has some power to her. Jada Parker has some power to her. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of them, if like Lash specifically eliminated Nia by herself.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's what I think it's going to be that the entire field just gangs up on Nia or like it's going to be a chase after and a duck the rope thing. I don't think Nia's winning this battle royal.
I don't think so either, but I think you have to talk about her if she is in it.
I think we can eliminate all the actual NXT girls. I love you guys, but you're not getting it. I don't see them getting a shot at one of the women's world titles in Paris. It's going to be someone from the main roster. And out of who is named right now, I would have put Julia in the mix, except for she's still going back and forth with Zelina Vega over the US title right now. So I'm going to say at least one of my picks is going to be Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie Vaquer, I'm right there with you. I think that she has I think she is the odds-on favorite, in my opinion.
I think I'm leaning towards her.
I'm still on the fence. Me too. But I'm on the fence. There's another name that stands out to me that I think could win this based on just the way WWE's built these days.
I'm going to throw it out there, and I think I know who you're thinking. Is it Maxine Dupree?
No, it's not Maxine Dupree. I would love that though.
I think
love to see
Maxine
her get some really good in-ring work.
I think Maxine might be in the final four. I really do. I
can see that.
And I think this might almost be where I don't know if it's going to be a situation where she dumps Natalya, even though they've been friends for the last couple weeks or whatever. But I could see it being something where she eliminates Natalya either by accident or something, and she's in the final four. Oh, I figured out who you're thinking. I figured it out. You're thinking Nikki.
I do want to just see them. It makes a lot of sense for Nikki Bella.
You're thinking Miss Bella, aren't you?
Way WWE's built. I sure am. That's exactly where my head was at. The way WWE is running, you have Cena as champion. Let's keep all these young people down for the moment in time. Let's do a bunch of retirement tours. We got Goldberg facing Gunther for some reason that no one asked for. We have John Cena as a heel that no one wanted at this point in time. Wanted it 10 years ago, but we didn't want it now. And now we got Nikki Bella who go challenge at Clash in Paris because no one wants it. Because WWE knows what the fans want more than they do, which is exactly why Tommy Dreamer's so confused on who to root for, because the fans have gone full heel. We've said it. Sorry, I had to bring that up on this thing. Steven the other day sent me a clip from the Busted Open podcast, and Tommy Dreamer is saying, I don't know who to root for because all these bad guys are getting cheered like crazy by the fans. And I think the one thing that Mr. Dreamer is overlooking is that, particularly at WrestleMania when Dom won the title, the fans went full heel and they have not turned back. They cheer for Becky to lay out Lyra one more time. They go back and forth with Cena and Cody. Now, it was happening before that, but in my mind, the most quintessential moment is when Dom won the IC title and everyone went nuts and he broke his heel gimmick to go back and celebrate with the fans. But it's not because like they were like his crew now. Like they're all bad guys. Everybody. And like he went back to just being a normal turd, like he always is, in the best way possible.
He's such a turd.
But now everybody's just a giant group of turds. That's all it is.
Yep.
And like honestly, I really want to see WWE lean into it, to be honest with you. That's the one that they haven't done, is really lean into this dystopian future kind of feel where there's just savages in the crowd. Like, can we get some gladiator stuff? Like, I want Gunter to go full gladiator, throw the thing up after he decimates Sami Zayn,
mass hysteria,
and yeah, and just go and have the fans ask for it. Now, I know Sammy's out for a little while now, but he was just the first name that came to mind when they came up. But like,
it's all right. He'll be back by the Rumble. Sammy will be back by the Rumble to win the Rumble.
There's a decent amount of it going on. So Tommy, that's your answer, bud. It's because the fans are full heel. That's
full heel.
You cheer for the ones that they don't cheer for. Yes.
Facts.
That's the move. Yeah, back to this match. Nikki Bella, I think Nikki Bella probably will win this match, but it's not what I want. I would like to see Stephanie Vaquer win this match. That would be.
I'm gonna pick Stephanie Vaquer.
And I like honestly, I actually would like to see Nia win this more, not to see her face at Clash in Paris, but to continue her dominant streak in Battle Royals. Like, that is the reason why I want to see her win this match. Like, this is just her match. And she can go lose in Paris, but, like, this is, like, set up a Battle Royal, and she's going to take it down. So that's why I want to pick her, but I'm with you, Steven. I'm going to go Stephanie as well.
I'm going Stephanie. You know what? I'm going to go a really cool way for her to eliminate Nia, too. I'm going to say, what if they do something? I'll even play into your little game a little bit here. That Nikki Bella, they start teasing Nikki Bella winning this. Nikki's one of the last three. Nia is going to push her over the top rope. And Stephanie Vaquer, our luchador, she's the closest one out of the three of those to be a true high flyer. She's just a phenomenal athlete, but still. She hits like Nia with a missile drop kick and pushes them both over the top rope that way. I
full Maven.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool way to end this Battle Royal and give her the spot.
I'm with you. I'd like to see it. I don't want to see Nikki Bella win it. Come out of nowhere, win this. Let's go have a last world title shot in the year of the retirement. Like, everyone gets their retirement run except for Jeff Jarrett. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Remember when he had his retirement tour?
Yeah, for 3 matches, and then he went back to the booth.
Poof. Poof. The next match, we have the NXT Women's Title, and this is in no particular order, guys. Actually, I don't think the Battle Royal kicks off this thing. Actually, this match might kick it off. Or Tiffany versus Trish could start the show. But we have JC Jane, the champion, versus Jordynne Grace. I'm actually relatively pumped for this match. I haven't really watched too much of NXT recently. And Jordynne Grace is someone that I was a really big fan of in her TNA days. So I'm really excited to see her have the spotlight here. Steven, I think I'm trying to look at my crystal ball and see what you're going to predict here. And I think it might be the opposite of what I'm going for here. Because I think that something else is going to happen in this kind of future of looking at a little bit of long-term storytelling. So I think JC Jane retains this title.
Really?
What do you think about that?
So
I'll tell you why in a second, but I'm just curious before I talk you out of it.
I would agree with you. I would absolutely agree with you normally, but they keep like dangling this carrot in front of Jordynne Grace, and it's I feel like it's been too much now at this point. Like, she lost to Roxanne when she wasn't signed. She lost to so-and-so when she was signed. I think she lost to Stephanie when she was signed. Like, she's lost 2 or 3 NXT title matches now at this point. And this is arguably the biggest one that she's going to be in. The biggest show, at least. The all-women's show. That's the only reason why I'm leaning on Jordynne. Otherwise, I would go full JC Jane on this one. I think that they want to prove that she is she's not just a transitional champion and that she can do this for a minute. But truthfully, I would totally go that route, except for like I said, we've dangled this carrot in front of Jordynne for way too long. So unless she's going to the main roster on Monday, I think it's going to be Jordynne Grace.
So here's why I disagree.
I'm waiting for it.
The Knockouts Championship is the reason why I think she doesn't win. Because I think that WWE is going to play a little nice for once. We had Joe Hendry lose the TNA World Title to Triple H. And they're featuring the hell out of Mike Santana, which I am really excited about, because we talk a lot of, when we were covering TNA more in the past, we were talking a lot about Mike Santana and how much we really like him.
I love Mike Santana.
Now there needs to be kind of a little bit of payback of TNA losing their world championship to NXT. And so what I think is going to happen next is I think that JC Jane is going to retain this title. And I think she's going to go up against Miss Slamovich for the Knockouts Championship. And I think that is it Misha? I feel like I'm always messing up her name.
Masha Slamovich.
Masha. Yeah.
Masha Slamopopovich. Slamopopovich.
I think they're going to do a title versus title match. And I think she's going to win the NXT Women's Championship.
That is intriguing.
And then, it is intriguing, right? And then I think there's only one person that can take down Masha here. That's Jordynne Grace. And that's when Jordynne's going to win this title. She's going to take it off of Masha. And that's the storyline I think that they're looking to do here. And I think that storyline is better than having Jordynne Grace win this title here.
So, I like your storyline. I like it. It's like you said, it's intriguing.
Yeah.
You want to know where my issue is with it? It's too interesting for WWE television right now.
I don't know if not for NXT. It's not.
It's. Can it be too good? I think it might be too good. I'm giving you that much credit.
Oh, man.
It's too good.
That gets me
I'm giving
time.
you that type of credit.
Time.
Like, it's too good. You're not getting paid enough to write that gimmick.
I'm just saying that's a good storyline, and that's how
it's a really good story.
You legitimize
I'm not
CMA a little bit.
I told you I like it. I'm sticking with the idea that it's too good.
That's
can you cool. Look too sexy?
You not change your pick.
I'm not changing my
pick. I do it every day.
I see that.
That's why I wanted you to pick first before I told you that storyline, because I have been known to build those storylines up, and you being like, you know what, I love that. I'll take Solo Sikoa.
hey, we were right the second time.
The second time, it was close. We knew that there was a chance that he got double crossed in that Money in the Bank match, but we still, it made a lot of sense. All right, so moving on to the women's Intercontinental Title chat. You know that there is substantially more title matches on Evolution than Clash of Champions.
Than Night of Champions?
More champions clashing than Night of Champions. Just saying. Clash of Champions is actually 80s Mania Wrestling Returns, which we plugged on this show before. So we have the Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch, defending her title against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Steven, what you thinking, bud?
Ooh. I think I do agree with you. I think this is going to be a good match. I think the fact that it's a 3-way eliminates a lot of a lot of Lyra's over choreographed stuff. Which makes,
she's gotten better too, I won't lie. I think the more she works with Becky, the more seamless her stuff is looking.
I agree with that. And I think that the fact that this being a 3-way really helps that as well. I wouldn't be surprised with these three, especially with Becky being involved in it and her having her history with really cool 3-way matches, there being a limited amount of Jamokin in this match.
I'd love that.
I am going to go Becky. I don't think Becky loses this match. I definitely don't think Lyra wins this match. I still stand on this. I don't know. The people just aren't with Lyra in any way, shape, or form. I think if maybe she went real heel.
I actually think they're starting to get behind Lyra a little bit. I think it's hard when you have a 100% heel crowd to get behind a babyface. I think that this storyline with Becky has helped Lyra out tremendously. And this whole, honestly, I don't think that this Becky Hogan narrative is fair to Becky whatsoever. I don't think she is Becky Hogan.
Okay, brother.
I don't think she's keeping Lyra down, but actually helping establish Lyra as a real threat in this. I think it's funny because you look at Becky as she's older at the same time as John Cena is world champion. Seth Rollins holds the Money in the Bank. CM Punk is a main player, and he's going up against. You have Randy Orton going up against Drew McIntyre like, come on, guys! Like, it's got. If you're gonna say it one way, you have to say it the other way too.
I mean, we kind of do,
and I think that. And I just think they give. I think Becky's actually in her prime right now. Not.
I agree with that.
Over the hill.
I mean, she's still younger than the rest of the people that you just named.
That's the whole point of naming those people,
Yeah, she's still so much younger than those people.
It makes absolutely no sense. Like that whole narrative, and it blows my mind.
So when I call her Becky Hogan, it has nothing to do with, I don't think she's holding talent down per se. That's not where, I don't think she has the golden shovel that Cena used to have. I call her Becky Hogan because I think she calls her shot on if and when she wants to come back. I think she has that much creative control. And I also think that it could.
I get that.
And I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. Again, there's a reason why it's the Hogan thing. Hogan earned that. Hogan earned that right. He carried that company, regardless of what he's doing, how you feel about him as a person now. In 1985, Hogan earned that right. But I could just as easily see if this wasn't Lyra, and maybe if this wasn't Bayley. Let's put it this way. If this was a situation where it's like, well, we need you to put Charlotte over. I don't know. That doesn't work for me, brother. I could see that round. I could see that one. Or like, again, I think she's helping Lyra get over. I do agree with you on that. And I think part of that is they are friends. They're the Irish girls. I think that's where that part of it is. And again, I think she's okay with this match because at the end of the day, Bayley's not going to go over on this one.
No, because Triple H hates Bayley.
Absolutely.
I'm convinced he absolutely hates Bayley. I don't know what she did to insult him, but yeah, she did. I don't know if she did something or he just doesn't like her face. Like, yeah, you're gonna lose, or I'm not gonna put you on all the posters because I don't like your face. It's like it's not a good reason, Paul. It's not a good reason at all.
This whole thing, I need you to fix that.
It's this. You just pointed at all of me. I'm with you. I think Becky wins this match, retains the title. I think that Lyra and Bayley get in their own way by feuding with each other more so than with Becky, where I can see Becky. I know you said that there's not going to be a lot of Jamokin, but I think there's going to be the right type of Jamokin in this.
Like Becky running out on the outside. And, yeah, I agree.
Go ahead. Kick each other's ass and I'll come back. And that's not Jamokin in my mind.
No, that's not. That's
being a good heel.
No, that's storytelling. And I could see it also ending with her watching Bayley and Lyra beat the hell out of each other. And then as like Lyra hits the Nightbird or whatever it's called, she doesn't even pin Bayley at that point. The Nightwing. She just scoops up Lyra in like a small package and wins that way. Like, you thought I was gonna
manhandle slam out of nowhere.
Yeah, like something from behind on Lyra after she hits Bayley with something big.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm with you. I think we got Becky winning this match, retaining. I think there's a lot of story here still. I don't think these guys stop. I like this little trio continuing their feud, and kind of going in that direction for a little while. So next we have Jade Cargill and Naomi in a Texas death match. No, sorry, in a no holds barred match. All of this build up, this feud between Cargill and Naomi has been really, really entertaining. I think it's done tremendous amount of benefit for Naomi. And I'm really pumped to see kind of what happens in this match. I want to see a good match out of the two of them here. The last time they fought, it was a better match than we expected, and I think it's only going to get better at this point in time. I'm looking at this match right now. I just, there's one thing that's really swaying my opinion here, and it's the Money in the Bank briefcase. And if you have the Money in the Bank briefcase, that means you forgot how to win matches sometimes. I think that's exactly what happens here. I think Jade Cargill wins this match, and Naomi will figure out what to do next afterwards. But Jade is just destined to win this match at this moment in time.
I mean, So I'm going to ask you this one, Showtime. A no holds barred match.
Go for it.
What holds aren't people allowed to use anymore? Like, really, what holds are like? That's why they used to call it no holds barred, is because there was holds that you couldn't do. So, like, I will say this: if during this match Naomi breaks out a pile driver, I will pop huge.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to happen. So I'm still going to like this match. I'm just saying, like, if she broke out like a tombstone or something like that, something that they're not supposed to be doing, I would love it. Like, I don't just want them to go get furniture and get weapons.
This is the problem, Steven. They just have 15 names for a no DQ match. Yeah, that's all this is. It's bloodline rules, falls count anywhere, street fight, no holds barred. All
no
of
DQ.
Them.
Yep.
I want to see. It's all no DQ. I want to see Naomi wearing chains to the ring, though.
All Zeus style.
And yeah, like just give me like the shoulders, like just like chains draped from the shoulders in the way that she does sometimes with the caution tape, and like that's maybe how she loses. Like maybe it's wrapped up on a fist and takes her down or whatever. Like I think that'd be a cool way of her looking super badass. At the same time, losing it to her own devices. I think that would be great.
So I absolutely agree with you. I think Jade Cargill wins this match. I also think that part of this is Jade is winning this match because I think Naomi might be using that briefcase. But we'll get more to that later.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with you quite yet, but we'll figure that out.
I'm only burying the lead a little bit on this one.
The next is next that we have on here, which is actually what I think is going to be the main event of the night, which is Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. We have a strong narrative of Rhea just can't beat Io. Can she, Steve? Can she beat Io?
I don't know. I was thinking about, so I do disagree. I think they're going to close the show out with Trish. It's the only reason why I have it on there like that is I think they're either closing out the show with Trish or they might be closing out with the Battle Royal. I can see those.
It's got to be Io and Rhea. That's the highest profile match here.
I think that's the coolest match, but I think don't forget you just said you think Nikki Bella's winning the Battle Royal. They're bringing back.
I didn't say that. I picked Stephanie Vacure.
Yeah, but you still said that you have this sneaking suspicion. Is there any difference between that happening and Trish Stratus closing the show out?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley is the now. Io is fantastic now. It has to be. That has to be the main event. It has to be.
I will bet you $1 American. I can't afford a Canadian dollar.
I'll take it.
All right. So anyway, Io versus Rhea. This match is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be so good.
Match will be phenomenal.
This might actually be the match of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
I mean, I don't know how it's going to beat Gunther versus Goldberg, but
Gunther versus Goldberg.
I will say this.
Though I will say McIntyre versus Orton is something that I'm really excited about.
I do want to see that. I'm going to say this. The two matches I'm most excited for all 4 days or all 4 events that are going on this weekend are going to be Timeless Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné and Io versus Rhea. Those are my 2 most excited matches for And I know you don't really pay attention to the NXT stuff, but the NXT card is not. It's good. It could be better, but it's because
the beach.
But they have this happening right afterwards, so half the NXT girls are involved in this. This is good. This match is still going to be so good. EO. I'm going EO.
All right. So
explain.
I think it should be EO as well, because for one reason and one reason only. I absolutely love a really good, I'm dominant, no one can take me down, there's just that one person I can't beat, and it's Io Sky. Like, I love that story. Like, that makes me happy. At the same time, I think looking at this card, there has to be a title change somewhere. And this is the one that makes the most sense. This is the big pop. Everyone loves Rhea. Rhea can't beat Io, can't get over that hump. She lost her world title kind of by technicality. All those times ago. I'm with you. I really think it should be Io. I'll be rooting for Io. But I have to go with Rhea here to win this title because I just think it fits the card the best, particularly since it's the main event.
I mean,
I'm looking at the rest of it, and I just don't see. I know that you have Jordynne Grace, but like even the NXT Women's title changing hands isn't a big enough thing.
No.
Like we'll get to Trish. I'll ask that question later. Does Trish win the title, the women's title? That I find hard to believe too. So, but yeah, that's the way I see it. So I'm gonna go with Rhea. I'm really excited for this. I want Io to win because I like that narrative, but otherwise, it's Rhea all day. The next match we have here is for the women's tag team championship, tag team titles on the PLE. You see it
on a PLE
here. We have Raquel and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day going up against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Solruka and Zarya from NXT and the Kabuki Warriors from Raw, right?
From Raw.
Charlotte and Alexa SmackDown. I really did like the way that they put this together. One team from each show. Like, that's cool. Would have been cool if they would have thrown a like the Ella guy in here too, just to get a TNA group that you wouldn't see coming. That would have been great. But here we are. Steven, I think that there is only one team that can actually win this match because it makes so much sense storyline wise. And that's the Judgment Day. It doesn't make sense yet for them to break this up. The minute they lose these titles, you're going to see Raquel and Roxanne go apeshit on each other. And I think it's just too early to pull that ripcord because Liv is going to be out for so long. I had heard originally that this tag team title match was supposed to be Liv and Raquel versus the Bellas. And the Bellas would have probably won that, and it would have been a different narrative altogether. But now that Liv is hurt, they had to pivot this a bit, and I think the Judgment Day wins this title. Though I want the Kabuki Warriors to win because they're a real team. They're the only real team on this group.
I am agreeing with you. I think it is the Judgment Day. There is a part of me that wants it to be Charlotte and Bliss. I would really actually, I wouldn't mind it being Sol and Zarya because I really do like them. I love Sol Ruka, but the fact of the matter is they're not, it's just not going to happen. It's just really funny that the way the pivot happened and the way with the injury and everything, we were singing the demise of the Judgment Day. And now pretty much everyone involved in the Judgment Day has a title. Actually, everyone in the Judgment Day has a title.
Everyone does.
Raquel and Roxanne
including Carlito.
Yes, his title is unemployed. Oh no, actually no, he does. He has the Puerto Rican title. He has the WWC title. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you got Dom as the IC champion. You got Finn and JD as the new tag team champions. And you got Raquel and Roxanne as the women's tag team champions. They're kind of they went from us saying we just need to break this up to they might be about as strong as they've been in a year or so.
You saying that. I have said countless times that I do not want to see the Judgment Day breakup. They can continue to do this forever, in my
opinion. It is definitely going to be the Judgment Day, though. I don't think, like you said, I don't see any storyline where it makes sense. The only one that it would make sense for is the Kabuki Warriors to win this outside of the Judgment Day. And that's because of if you're not going to let Asuka have the Queen of the Ring, let them have the tag team titles. But I also think that there's unnecessarily, unjustly, I should say, a little bit of backlash on Kairi because she's been involved in 2 kind of high profile injuries in the last several months.
I mean, you can't blame her for what happened at Liv. That was
I don't blame her for either one of them. That's the funny thing. I think Liv, that was just a thing that was going to happen. She's had shoulder problems in the past, and I think she was on borrowed time. Even Zoe Starks, I've been saying for months, the one review me, you, and Hound had for the Women's Royal Rumble, where she did the springboard and caught herself. Yeah, she keeps catching herself because she's athletic enough, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know if it's her fundamentals or what it is, but she's not actually hitting these moves. She just happens to catch herself afterwards. She was just one bad day away from that happening. And unfortunately, Kairi Sane has been there for both of their bad days, and it looks like it's almost because of her. But I would not mind.
And I would not mind nothing wrong.
No, and I would not mind. And if nothing else, she's done everything right because she's gotten in phenomenal shape. Like, she's got a little bit more size to her. She's, not much. She's still doing her stuff, but you can tell she is in the best shape of her life. Asuka's back. I could see it being the Kabuki Warriors, but I don't think it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors for the exact reason that you said. I don't think it makes sense for the Judgment Day to lose these tag team titles right now and break up that power.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I think Flair and Bliss could win it, and that's a fun storyline as well. But the Judgment Day, I think they're here for a little while until it all implodes in their face.
Yep.
And then what you think is the main event, which, might as well let Tiffany just win this, because then we'll have John Cena as champion, Tiffany Stratton as champion. So just keep going down the rabbit hole of nostalgia here. But we have for the WWE
You mean Trish Stratus. You might as well have Trish Stratus win this.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. WWE Women's title, we have Tiffany Stratton as the champion versus Trish Stratus, international treasure. Steven, what are you thinking, bud?
I really do want to believe that Naomi is going to come either let me say this. I agree with you. I think it's either now she cashes in on Tiffany right now and cost Jade and make sure that she has to face Jade again, or she is going to cash in on Jade she's going to cash in on them at SummerSlam. I think there's no way Trish wins this match. None whatsoever. So I'm going to go Tiffy for right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany wins this match and then Naomi comes in and clocks her, I don't think Naomi turns this into a 3-way basically, unless it's some situation where like she knocks the absolute hell out of Trish Stratus and pins Trish. So I could maybe see.
It's Tiffy time.
It's still Tiffy time.
I think she retains this title. I think this is a great match for a nostalgia bait. This is the perfect one to kick off the show, not to end it. I could see Naomi cashing in. I lost earlier in the night, and I won the title at the end of it. But I actually sit in the camp that I think that Naomi's going to cash it in on Jade, not the other way around. So that's the route I would go on that front. So I'm with you. Tiffany's in. I'm in for this match. This match is gonna be fun. Trish is timeless, and like the Paul Rudd disease kind of area where they just stop aging at one point in time. I don't know where that is, but if you can send some of that my way, I could use it as I get grayer by the minute. But I think we have Tiffy here. So to recap what we have here, Steven, we have Stephanie. We both have Stephanie Vaquero winning the number one contendership match for the Clash in Paris. You have Jordan Grace. I have JC Jane. We both have Becky. We both have Jade. You have Io. I have Rhea. We both have the Judgment Day, and we both think it's Tiffy time. I think it's an absolute shame that Chelsea Green isn't on this card in some way, shape, or form. And she better get on this card, at least a great promo that gets cut in this, because how could you have an all-women's card without the woman?
I think she was still, I mean, I know she had the broken nose, so I don't know how, I mean, I don't think it takes that long to recover from that, but again, it's taking 18 years for a broken hand.
Yep, and I'm cool with her not wrestling a match because of that. That makes a lot of sense. But I want to see a strong promo from Chelsea Green.
Just couldn't help yourself.
Now it's got to come every so often. So everyone, let us know what you think. Please put your predictions in the comment section below. Tell us why we're right. Tell us why Steven's wrong. Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Tell a friend. If you don't have any friends, tell a stranger. And Steven,
as always, guys, remember, tuck your chin when you bump.